Hi everyone, welcome to this Friday's video. For this video I have something kind of new which I just kind of recently learned how to do. This is another nail tutorial, which is an ombre nail tutorial pretty much. So yeah, I've been trying to do this for a really long time now. I've watched so many videos on it, and really every video it kind of helped. I got little pieces from it on how to do this. Every time I tried, it just did not work for me. I don't know. I guess tonight was just my lucky night that I got this. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go through like what you would need for this tutorial, and yeah, let me take you through it. So you can do this different ways. You can do this without a sponge, but I choose to use a sponge because personally I think it's easier to use. And the sponge I am using is kind of these wedges. Oh, here. Yeah, these wedges from Ulta. And this is what it looks like. I already used the back of it for this one. And it's kind of really small. It's like a little thing. It's like usually for applying and blending makeup, but I'm using it for this nail tutorial. So if you're doing this, then you're probably going to need this. I got this for, I can't remember, but it was under $5. So yeah, this is very useful. You're going to need, for me, I used 3 different nail polishes. I used all by the same brand, which is Funky Fingers. I used this pink one, this purple one, and this blue one right here. So you can usually use any kind of nail polish. I wouldn't really recommend like a really less opaque nail polish. You really want to have it a lot of opaque, because if it's not opaque, then it's not going to go on very well, and you're going to have to keep reapplying, waiting for it to dry, keep doing that. It just takes too much time. So I'm using Funky Fingers, which is kind of opaque, not a lot, but it still works really well. So you can also so when you apply this ombre look, the nail polish also gets around your fingers here, and you can use Elmer's glue that I saw in some videos, that you just put it on, wait for it to dry, and then after you're done doing the nail tutorial you can peel it off, and it's a lot easier. Unfortunately, I don't have Elmer's glue, so I'm just going to be using some regular tape, which also works well, but it kind of it still leaves some around. And then also what I use to take that off is a Q-tip and some nail polish remover. Also, what you're going to need is a top coat. I'm using Sally Hansen Advanced Hard as Nail, so you're just going to need this too. Alright, let's get started. So I'm going to be doing this nail right here because it's long and it'll really get all the colors on there. So what you want to start out with is your first color, and you want to get a lot on there, as you see. You just want to pretty much drag it across in one line. Now it doesn't have to be across the whole thing. It can just be like this, and you want to keep getting the nail polish and applying it on there. And you want to kind of do this in a quick motion. That way it doesn't dry up when you use the other color, when you put the other colors on. And since my middle color is a bit darker than my first and my last, which isn't really a good thing, but I'm gonna try not to use as much of it when I apply my second and third coats. So yeah. Alright, now it's kind of not really a lot on there, but you're going to keep applying it. And I forgot to put tape on. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully it's not dry. Alright, so now I'm just going to press on kind of hard. And, whoops, I went too far up. And you want to just keep pressing on. Now I know it looks really bad right now, but that's why you have to keep applying different coats. So I'm going to do this about a couple more times. Maybe like 2 or 3 more times, because you really want to make sure it gets on. Now I found out that at the end, after you put them all on, that it still looks really bad. So I was like thinking, what am I doing wrong? But then I put on the top coat and it looks just like that, and it's really pretty. I love it. I never realized that that was kind of the only thing that I was doing that was messing me up from it. So yeah, you just want to keep doing that. And when you put the top coat on, it like makes it look a lot more opaque than it looks right now. So you guys kind of get the gist of it. You just keep applying a couple more coats, as much as you think you need. And yeah, you can see it kind of still gets in here and stuff. And if you have shorter nails, like for this one I have like a kind of a short nail, it kind of got in here. So that's what the Q-tip's for. I just kind of dip it into the nail polish remover, which I kind of put some in the cap here. That way I can just dip it in and then do that. But for this, I'm just gonna take a little bit on the Q-tip and just rub it around here. That way I can get it all off and it doesn't look that bad. So, I know this still kind of looks really weird, you know? So I'm not going to let it dry quickly. Well, it kind of is mostly dry, but I suggest that you let it dry. But for this video, I'm just going to put it right on. So I kind of get a lot on here because I think it looks a lot nicer. And yeah, that's kind of the final look for it. Okay, so I've done my whole hand now, and it looks really, really nice. And I redid this one. So I found out that when you do this, you have to, instead of just placing it down like that, you have to do it in like a dabbing motion like this, all over the nail. And it looks a lot nicer when it comes out like that. Instead, this is without the top coat, and you can see it looks a lot nicer than how I did this one. And now I'm going to put on the top coat again, well, for the first time for this one, and you can see it just kind of finishes off with a really nice look. And that's how you do it like the proper way, instead of just putting it in, instead of just putting it in the motion like that, you want to like dab it around like that, because it makes it a lot better. It gets the color out a lot more and it blends it a lot better. So there you go. That's how you do the ombre nails. So hopefully this video helped you. If not, then keep looking around. But it did take me a while to get the gist on how to use this, or like how to do this nail tutorial, and I hope this helped you. And yeah, so if you have any questions or comments or anything below, just comment below. Yeah, so I'll see you next Friday. Love to you from me, sending kisses ×3.